So to start off day 13, we had a self-serve breakfast at our Airbnb. This is where we stayed last night, the Glen Bread and Breakfast. So I would say overall it's very nice. The owner itself, Juliet, is also very nice. She gave us a complimentary upgrade to an ensuite with spread of breakfast that was really delicious and really neat for us to recharge to complete the rest of our journey today. So now we're gonna check out Loch Ness Museum, and then there's Rose taking picture of flowers. So we are at our first destination at the Loch Ness Centre and Exhibition, ready to find our Loch Ness. So it was something that I really wanted to go because Loch Ness was something like a childhood to me. So to be where it originated was kind of interesting. Went to the Loch Ness Museum, and in the Loch Ness Museum it has 6 different rooms with 5 to 6 minutes of presentation. So basically this guy, his plane engine got cut off, and then when he rose below the clouds, he saw a straight stretch of water, which he then stitched successfully, landed on the water, rowed ashore, got a lift to Inverness and celebrate New Year's Eve. So the museum is not free, it has to be paid, so it's approximately 16 to 20 pounds for 2 person, so relatively affordable, and I would say it's a recommend. But the museum is in quite a secluded area, not very near a town, so if you are passing by it would be nice to drop by, but if you want to make a day trip there, I wouldn't recommend because it's only one thing there to do. Oh, this is the real suit there that the guy actually used to walk entire Loch Ness. So we just finished the Loch Ness Museum exhibition, and all in all it was a rather awesome experience because it gives a really good spatial and audio experience. And if you didn't know, Loch means river in Scottish, so it literally means river Ness. So this is Loch Ness itself. Hi Nessie! And we are heading to our last destination before we return the car, and which is Inverness. We're going to drop off our luggage at the train station before returning the car and cabbing back to Inverness. So bye car too.
Bye Xiao-Q.
And we're going to spend a little bit time here just enjoying the view. So we just returned the car, and now we're waiting for a taxi back to city centre in Vienna. So it was a nice drive, nice car, and yeah, a bit sad though. Somebody more sad.
Bye bye Xiao-Q.
Can finally rest, but then now I have to carry the luggage.
I'm glad we are safe and sound, but yeah, a bit sad.
So once we returned the car, we went back to Inverness city centre. Then we walked around the city centre for about 2 hours plus before we took our train, which was 3 PM to Edinburgh. And this is the confusing part. Our ticket itself wrote Inverness to Gleneagles, Gleneagles to Edinburgh. So from there you assume that we would change train at Gleneagles, right? But no, apparently we have to change train at Stirling instead, which was really confusing on the ticket. For about 3 hours plus on the train, we finally made to the final train towards Edinburgh, and it was a mess. So we weren't sure if we were entirely right because the tickets itself are all very confusing. But nevertheless, onwards to Edinburgh. That's when the next unfortunate event happened. Our Airbnb host, to be honest, wasn't really friendly and helpful in helping us locate the Airbnb, but the Airbnb itself wasn't really nice, and when we were there also the hot water was spoiled. Rose didn't felt comfortable being there as well because the locks weren't able to lock properly, and in the end we cancelled our Airbnb with no refund. We then booked another hotel, which is this hotel, which is called Tennhill Place, Edinburgh, which is slightly further away from our original Airbnb, but I mean it's a lot safer, it's a hotel, and it's along quieter streets. Quick room tour. Table, wardrobe, TV, rose, bed, toilet. Sorry for the mess. Toilet, bathtub. Toilet very big. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're gonna eat now. So the total cost of this area is about $470 for 2 nights. Relatively costly, but I would say among the other hotels on the same dates, this is one of the cheapest. So after all these nonsense things that happened, a long travel day from Inverness to Edinburgh, from cancelling our Airbnb, booking a new hotel, and then having a very late dinner about 10 PM, we ended our day about 12 AM, and then we just went to sleep lah. Too tired already. So the start of day 14, we started quite early, about 8:30 AM to 9 AM because we wanted to reach our location early. What's up guys, so we are finally in Edinburgh. We're gonna spend a full day here, gonna explore the castles and museums. So first up, we're gonna have breakfast first. I don't know where.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. We're probably going to go to Edinburgh Castles first. It's only about 15 minutes walk lah. Let the day begin. And oh yeah, weather forecast is gonna be awesome, so really happy about it. And yeah, hopefully no rain. Bye! So we're here at our first destination at Edinburgh Castle, and the entrance fee for Edinburgh Castle is £15 per person. It's about 30 SGD per person. So I'm going to describe what we have done there and what we've seen. I'm going to leave it up to you all to decide whether you all want to go and check it out for yourself. First stop, Guard Museum. The Royal Scots Dragoon Guards were raised to help to fight the king. There's also a long history of the guards that can be seen in the museum. And there are also a lot of ancient equipment and rankings that can be seen throughout the exhibition. Many medals and portraiture of key appointment leaders that were influential in the times of war were also displayed as life-size models. Mini figurines can be also found, which kind of reminds me of the night in the museum of Owen Wilson fighting the Red Indians.
Fire up the Iron Horse, boys.
Next stop, the prison. Rose love. The next exhibition is also about the prisoners of war. They were true to life scale of where and how the prisoners slept back in the days. It really seems extremely scary, and what makes me ponder is how does one sleep on a sack so near the top? Like, how did he even get up there? He finished Great Hall. Great Hall is basically an area where they wine and dine, and also an area for the troops to take refuge and sleep. And then another one where we went through was to just take a look at the crown and also the stone. To Rose say he's just a stone.
And the stone say, why me? I'm just a stone.
So I think one of the highlights of the Edinburgh Castle itself is the panoramic view of the entire city. It's really nice, and I don't know, the city looks like it's constantly on golden hour. And all in all, we spent about an hour plus at Edinburgh Castle, so lots of things to see. Not sure if it's worth it, but... And for the second stop of our day is St. Giles Cathedral, which is a cathedral located right in the middle of High Street. This cathedral is smaller in comparison to York Minster, and to be honest, I would say they both look the same, just really different in size. So after St. Giles Cathedral, we headed for lunch at Oink Victoria Street, which is a shredded pork burger fast food outlet, which is relatively cheap compared to other UK food. And what we had was...
Ridiculous.
baby size. And as you can tell, roast burger is damn small lah. If you're a big eater like me, even the medium size is not enough, so get the big one, no regrets. After we ate the burger, I actually ordered KFC again to eat. And for our next location, we wanted to check this monument. However, there was a lot of Christmas markets surrounding it, so we decided to check the Christmas market. The Christmas market has a lot of things, from German sausages to mini pancakes to crepes to carnival games to all the Christmas things that you can buy. And to be honest, I just feel like being there, COVID really never happened. It was so crowded, and I don't know, just my inner Singaporean just tingling me that I'm gonna get COVID lah. And after the Christmas market, we went to Museum of Mon, which is basically a museum of the bank. It's basically displaying all the currencies, all the current and the future, future. The museum itself really displays the past currencies and the current currencies, and it has a bank or box of £1 million. Have you ever seen £1 million right in front of your face? No, it's essentially 2 million SGD. All the notes are like cancelled out. And after the museum, we went around walking some more around the city, and we had coffee before I did another YouTube video, which you can check it out after my travel series. And to end off day 14, our Asian tongues cannot help but we had hot pot for dinner. So that basically wraps up day 14. So to start off day 15, we wanted to eat at breakfast at a popular place in Edinburgh. What's up guys, so welcome to our last day at Edinburgh. So we're just gonna have breakfast, gonna go one more location and probably have lunch also. So our train's at 3:30. We'll come back to the hotel, collect our luggage, take a cab over and take our train. So yeah, today is going to be another travel day, not much vlogging later during the moving. So we're going to go to London and we're going to check in at Dorset City Hotel and probably have dinner and then just rest lah. Yeah, so on to breakfast at Edinburgh
Larder.
Which apparently has a very long queue. Even after breakfast up to lunchtime, there is still a very long queue. So ultimately we went to Southern Cross Cafe, which is a really small and cute cafe to have our breakfast. Cleaning a window on the 4th floor from the 1st floor. Skills. So after breakfast, I carry on to finish my POV street photography Edinburgh style because due to my stupid error last night, I have to reshoot the POV street photography. So yeah, we are in Edinburgh right now. We're going to do a POV street photography. Stay tuned and you can watch that video in the coming weeks. Before starting the shoot itself, it rained a little bit and it was a very cloudy, overcast. So the weather for last day of Edinburgh wasn't really nice. But regardless of the weather, we still pushed through to look and walk throughout the streets. So we just ended breakfast at Southern Cafe Cross, and the Southern Cafe Cross really not bad. So we're going to go to our next spot is this observatory called Carlton Hill to take this photo, which I really wanted to take. There are other things on the hill itself, like these Roman looking pillars and a observatory which you can take a look. So once we taken that photo, we left the place. Getting to that place, you need to climb up steep steps and slopes to reach the top of the hill, which is, I would think, worth it because the view is really nice. So basically this is our last stop of the day. We're gonna grab Italian lunch before heading back to the hotel and get our luggages. So I think from then on I'm gonna just use the Instago to vlog a little bit lah. So less of a hassle. So see you all in London. Bye! But before we could actually select a place to eat, a street performer caught our attention and he's a magician called James. Apparently got like million views on his YouTube, which he keeps saying,
"Hello, James!"
Hello, James.
Hello, James the magician! I love you! Thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I've got 3.7 million views on YouTube.
But he was really entertaining and really funny. After watching his entire act, we left and realized that we only have an hour left before our train to London. So we just picked a random place to eat and then head back to our hotel to pick up our luggage. We took a taxi over to Edinburgh Waverley train station to board our train to London, which is at 3:30, and then made the 4-hour and 20-minute journey all the way to London. So we just reached London King Cross, so we're gonna make our way to the hotel now. And we reached London's King Cross station at about 7:45 PM before taking the tube to our hotel, which is this hotel. And you can find out more about this hotel because this will be our very first hotel review overseas, and hopefully maybe more to come in the future. If you support this channel, like, share and subscribe, share all the video please. What's up guys, so we have just finally checked into Dorset City Hotel. I have just finished filming the hotel review segment of this video, and yeah, stay tuned if you want to watch and find out more about Dorset City and how is it like staying here. And right now we're just very tired, haven't even eaten dinner, gonna find dinner now, which is quite hard because everything in London closes at like 5 PM, and we're gonna rest early and have a good sleep because we're gonna have a long day tomorrow. And yeah, so basically that wraps up day 15 of London trip. We were already heading elsewhere lah, so unlucky us. And security there was kind of strict. Okay, it wasn't kind of, it was very strict. And we wanted to end our United Kingdom road trip with a boom, so we decided to book a 5-star hotel which cost $600.